Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Empowerment Technologies class. Our topic for today is about developing an ICT project for social change. I am your teacher Real to walk through with you in achieving the following goals. To develop an appropriate website design based on the previous knowledge acquired in the course. To organize materials reflective of the group's content, theme, and purpose. And to plan the details involved in the various phases of building a website. While I am flashing on the screen the different images, I want you to think and answer the following questions. What do you call a location connected to the internet that maintains one or more pages on the World Wide Web? How is it developed? What do you call the layout that you will end up making? What do you think are the three basic design specifications that you will consider? Can you give three software that you can use in the development of your website? Before we start the lesson, let us check what you know. We will play a game from the concept of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The question, together with the choices, will be flashed on the screen and you will be given 15 seconds to answer each question. Are you ready? So let's start now. Number 1. Each page of your website needs to have a clear blank. A. Conscience. B. Design. C. Font. D. Purpose. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter D. Number 2. The ideal font size for reading easily online is blank PX. A10, B12, C14, D16. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter D. Number 3. Stick to a maximum of blank typefaces to keep your design streamlined. A1, B2, C3, D4. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter C. Number 4. Blank colors create balance and harmony. A. Complementary. B. Contrasting. C. Dark. D. Vibrant. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter A. Number 5. Use blank colors for the text and background to make reading easier on the eye. A. Complementary. B. Contrasting. C. Dark. D. Vibrant. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter B. Number 6. Blank colors create emotion and should be used sparingly. A. Complementary. B. Contrasting. C. Dark. D. Vibrant. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter D. Number 7. Choose the right blank for your website to be more effective at communicating than even the most well-written piece of text. A. Graphics. B. Infographics. C. Photos. D. Images. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter D. Number 8. Blank makes people to take action and move around your website easily. A. Button. B. Images. C. Menu. D. Navigation. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter D. Number 9. It is now common to access websites from multiple devices with multiple screen sizes, so it is important to consider if your website is blank. A. Beautiful. B. Full of images. C. More organized. D. Mobile friendly. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter D. Number 10, the last number. Optimizing image blank makes your web page load times more effective. A. Color. B. Size. C. Texture. D. Weight. Type your answer now. Go! The answer is letter B. Wow, amazing! Majority of you played well. You have really learned the past lesson. Now let us hear the story of Precious. Precious is a grade 11 student last school year 2019 and 2020. In her subject Empowerment Technologies, they were tasked to develop an ICT project for social change in the form of a website. She found out that her school does not have a website that maintains one or more pages of information about the school that can be accessed by the public to get more information about the school. So, she proposed and designed a website for the school. Can you do the same? What did she do to develop a website? Now is the time for you to learn how Precious developed her project. First, let us know the meaning of website. Website is a location connected to the internet that maintains one or more pages on the World Wide Web. World Wide Web is a collection of web pages found on the network of computers. These web pages are interlinked in single domain name, A domain name is the address of your website that people type in the address bar of their internet browser to visit your website. Example of this is the DepEd website, which is deped.gov.ph. So, how are you going to develop your website? First, decide the basics of your website. Second, plan the layout of your website. Third, put the design together. And fourth, build out the final product. Let us discuss the first step in developing your website, which is to decide the basics of your website. Number one, in deciding, you need to answer this question. What is the purpose of your website? Example, when Precious found out that her school does not have a website, she decided to develop one for the purpose of giving more information about her school to the public. Number two, research existing websites and find out what are their web pages, their overall style, how easy to navigate and find information in their website, and what attracts your interest. Number three, write down notes for your own website. And number four, what pages will the website have? For example, after Precious had gathered data of her school, she decided to have the following pages. About page that shows the history of her school. Junior high school department page that shows the grade levels as well as their activities. Senior high school department page that shows the tracks and strands offered by the school as well as the senior high school activities. Facilities page that shows the pictures of the facilities and improvements of the school, like the new computer laboratory, renovation of the canteen, a small welding shop, and many others. Services page that shows the services offered, like dental and guidance counseling. Directory page that shows the school's organizational chart as well as the contact information of each personnel. And Issuances page that shows the school's policy and memorandum as well as DepEd's memorandum. The second step in developing your website is to plan the layout. The layout that you will end up making is also called a wireframe. In the wireframe, we are not exactly designing anything, meaning no fonts, colors, or photos yet. We are just figuring out the kind of content that we want, and roughly where it will be on the page. It is more like a blueprint or a diagram at this point. It is like building your dream house. You need the blueprint to check the layout if all things are in place or in order. To plan the layout, it is important for you to know the different parts of a web page. A web page contains header, which is usually located at the top of the website or right below a top navigation menu. It often contains a logo or the website name. A navigation bar, which contains a list of links to help visitors navigating through your website. Content at the left side or at the right side or at the center. A content is all about the information of your web page. The layout in this section often depends on the target users. The most common layout is one or combining them of the following. One column is often used for mobile browsers. Two column, which is often used for tablets and laptops. And the three column layout, which is only used for desktops. And a footer, which is placed at the bottom of your page. It often contains information like copyright and contact info. In developing your website, try to use a master page. When you browse a website, you will notice that the common elements such as navigation bar, logo, and footer are the same in the same position in all the web pages. If this is the case, then you can create a master page, so that any changes made to the master page will be reflected on other web pages that use this master page. If the master page includes a footer, then it will automatically be moved if you add more content to the page. The third step in developing your website is to put your design together. In doing this, decide the basic design specifications. Consider the color schemes. Look at the color combination used in the example. Take note the number of fonts you will use in your web page, as well as the images, especially its size, that will affect the loading time of your web page. The last step in developing your website is to build your final product. And to build your final product, you will need a web development software. Examples are WordPress, Wix, and Weebly. These are some of the web development software available in the market, which are free and no need for coding or programming, but with limited time and features. Now that you know the steps in developing a website and you have already gathered data about a specific problem assigned to you in our previous lesson, time for you to apply what you have learned today. In this activity named My Website Design and Layout, what will you do? First, write the problem that is already assigned to you. Second, how can you help to solve the problem? To answer this, write your purpose by filling up the missing words in the purpose field. Next, to organize the materials needed in your design, fill up the color scheme or theme with the colors or color combination reflective of the purpose of your website. Fonts by writing at least 3 of the font names you will use in your web pages. Images by pasting pictures that are necessary for your website or write the keywords that best describe the pictures. For planning the details, in the layout and content part, specify what is to be seen for each part of your web page. You can change the given sample layout with your preferred layout for your website. In specifying the details for each page, write the name of your page. For page 1, is it your home page, about page, or contact page? It is up to you. Also, write the content of that page. Since logo, header, navigation buttons, and footer are the same in all pages, you can design once and use it in all pages. The same directions for page 2, for page 3, for page 4, and for page 5. Use PowerPoint or Word in doing this activity. And after, turn your output in our Google Classroom. Are you still with me? Okay, stand for a while and shake your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now, time for you to take the test. Let us see if you really learned our lesson for today. Answer the following questions. What do you call a location connected to the internet that maintains one or more pages on the World Wide Web? How is it developed? What do you call the layout that you will end up making? What do you think are the 3 basic design specifications that you will consider? Can you give 3 software that you can use in the development of your website? What are the basic parts of a web page? Very good! You are now ready to build your own website using a web development software. Until our next lesson, thank you! Special thanks to Bitmoji for my avatar. And also to the following references.